Right, onto Guardian. And can I for a second just talk about how cursed it was trying to get this footage? Everything that could have gone wrong with getting Guardian footage did go wrong, but here we are at last. And then after all that, Dragonhunter really doesn't have a lot to talk about. The playstyle is incredibly straightforward. All of your weapon skills are good. Use them. Congrats, you've hunted the dragon. There are two things to consider while playing. First, Greatsword 2 and 5 work better if you're standing directly inside the hitbox of the boss, because of how they create projectiles around you. And more importantly, 2, you need resolution uptime. You're running multiple traits in Radiance that immensely buff your damage if you have resolution, so losing it really hurts. Thus, it can be helpful if you're paired with another source of it, such as other guardians or supports that can extend your boons. In fact, you get such a ridiculous amount of crit chance from Righteous Instinct that running full Berserkers takes you so far over the crit cap that it's actively bad for you, making dragons the best in-slot gear due to the higher ferocity. Oh, and you get a bunch of free vitality out of it, which is appreciated. This helps greatly with your survivability as well, plus you get some incidental stab from Heavy Light now. Your F2 and F3 are also quite good defensive tools, and Litany of Wrath makes you almost unkillable as long as it's active, at least while you're actually getting the appropriate damage out. You do have a few customizing options for Dragonhunter as well. Your traits are pretty firm. In theory, virtues can work, but unless resolution is actually a major issue, it's just generally less reliable and you lose the crit chance, which in turn means you would be more inclined to run full glass gear. But for the weapons, you can bring a focus with either sword or scepter over longbow. They're actually fairly close in how effective they are. The greatsword isn't really optional though, mostly because the 4 is a major source of resolution. In terms of utility, you're really well off. Inherently, you have quite good CC and what might be the best blocking skill in the game. Other really good utility options include Stab, Aegis, Cleanse, and a Reflect skill. So yeah, while this script includes the word resolution more times than I think I've ever used in my life, Dragonhunter is a pretty simple and straightforward pick that has some good practical benefits for the discerning eye.